Hollywood often celebrates fresh faces only to discard them without warning. The industry's fickle nature means even Oscar-nominated talent can vanish from the spotlight after years of success. Elisabeth Shue's journey from 1980s teen sweetheart to Academy Award nominee represents one of the more puzzling career trajectories of her generation. Today, I would like to recall Elisabeth Shue's career and understand why such a celebrated actress gradually faded from Hollywood's A-list. Elisabeth Judson Shue was born in Wilmington, Delaware, on October 6, 1963, to a middle-class family with no connections to the entertainment industry. Her early life gave no indication that she would eventually grace movie screens worldwide. While attending Columbia High School in Maplewood, New Jersey, Shue appeared in television commercials to help pay for her education, including notable spots for Burger King and Hellmann's Mayonnaise. These commercial appearances, while providing financial support, didn't immediately signal her future in feature films. In 1984, Shue made her feature film debut in The Karate Kid as Allie Mills, the love interest of Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso. The film was an unexpected box office success, grossing $90.8 million domestically against a modest $8 million budget. Though her role was supporting rather than star-making, it provided crucial screen exposure and demonstrated her natural charm on camera. The film's success helped establish her as a recognizable face, but the character was primarily defined by her relationship to the male protagonist, rather than through her own development. Shue followed this with a small role in the 1986 comedy Link, before landing her first starring role in the 1987 teen adventure comedy Adventures in Babysitting. As Chris Parker, a babysitter who finds herself in increasingly chaotic situations while looking after 3 children in downtown Chicago, Shue showcased her comedic timing and relatable screen presence. The film grossed a respectable $34.9 million on a $7 million budget, cementing her status as a promising young actress. While not a blockbuster, the film developed a cult following over the years and remains one of her most recognizable early roles. The late 1980s saw Shue continue in the teen comedy vein with Cocktail, 1988, opposite Tom Cruise. The film was commercially successful, earning $171.5 million worldwide despite negative reviews. Again, however, Shue found herself in a supporting role that didn't fully capitalize on her talents. Her character Jordan Mooney served primarily as the love interest for Cruise's character, rather than as a fully developed individual. This pattern of being cast in supporting girlfriend roles began to establish a concerning trajectory for her career development. In 1989, Shue attempted to showcase more dramatic range in Back to the Future Part 2, replacing Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker. She reprised the role in Back to the Future Part 3, 1990. While the sequels were successful, Part 2 grossing $332 million worldwide and Part 3 earning $244.5 million, her character remained peripheral to the main storyline. These high-profile projects kept her in the public eye, but didn't advance her standing in Hollywood's hierarchy. The early 1990s represented a challenging period for Shue. She appeared in the comedy Soap Dish, 1991, alongside Sally Field and Kevin Kline, which received mixed reviews and modest box office returns of $38.1 million worldwide. This was followed by the thriller The Marrying Man, 1991, with Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, which was both a critical and commercial disappointment, earning just $12.5 million against a $26 million budget. Neither film provided Shue with the material needed to elevate her career beyond supporting roles. A significant career misstep came with Heart and Souls, 1993, a fantasy comedy drama where Shue appeared alongside Robert Downey Jr. Despite an interesting premise and talented cast, the film underperformed at the box office, grossing only $16.5 million against its $28 million budget. Studio executives at Universal reportedly clashed with director Ron Underwood over the film's tone and marketing approach, resulting in a final product that failed to connect with audiences despite positive test screenings. This production room conflict exemplifies how behind-the-scenes issues can directly impact an actor's career trajectory, regardless of their performance quality. By 1994, Shue's career had stalled significantly. She had become typecast in girlfriend roles that failed to showcase her full range as an actress. Hollywood seemed uncertain about how to properly utilize her talents beyond her approachable girl-next-door appeal. Her career needed a dramatic shift to avoid permanent relegation to supporting parts or direct-to-video releases, a common fate for many actors unable to transition from teenage to adult roles. That transformative opportunity arrived unexpectedly when director Mike Figgis cast Shue as Sarah, a Las Vegas prostitute in the dark drama Leaving Las Vegas, 1995. The role represented a complete departure from her previous work and required a level of vulnerability and emotional complexity she had never been asked to display before. Working with a minimal budget of just $3.6 million, Figgis shot the film in Super 16mm format with a skeletal crew, creating an intimate environment that allowed Shue to deliver a raw, uninhibited performance opposite Nicolas Cage. Leaving Las Vegas premiered at the 1995 Cannes Film Festival to rave reviews, with critics specifically highlighting Shue's fearless, heartbreaking portrayal. The film went on to gross $32 million worldwide. Modest by blockbuster standards, but an impressive return given its small budget and challenging subject matter. More importantly, it earned Shue universal acclaim and transformed industry perception of her abilities overnight. She received her first Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, along with nominations from the Golden Globes, Screen Actors Guild, and BAFTA. The critical success of Leaving Las Vegas represented the absolute peak of Shue's career. In an industry often criticized for limiting women to decorative roles, she had proven herself capable of profound dramatic work. At 32, she appeared poised for a career renaissance that would place her among Hollywood's most respected serious actresses. The film industry suddenly viewed her not as the teen star from Adventures in Babysitting, but as a formidable dramatic talent worthy of complex, challenging roles. Capitalizing on this newfound respect, Shue secured the female lead in the high-profile action thriller The Saint, 1997, opposite Val Kilmer. With a substantial budget of $68 million, the film represented her first major studio project following her Oscar nomination. As Dr. Emma Russell, a scientist who develops a revolutionary cold fusion formula, Shue portrayed an intelligent, accomplished woman, rather than merely a love interest. The film performed reasonably well at the box office, grossing $118.5 million worldwide, though critics were less enthusiastic about the film than about Shue's previous work. Her next project, the science fiction thriller Hollow Man, 2000, directed by Paul Verhoeven and co-starring Kevin Bacon, continued her streak of high-profile roles. With a significant budget of $95 million, the film employed groundbreaking visual effects to depict its invisible antagonist. It performed adequately at the box office, grossing $190.2 million worldwide, but received mixed reviews from critics who praised its visual achievements while criticizing its script and character development. Shue's role as Dr. Linda McKay again placed her in the scientific professional category, but the film's emphasis on spectacle over substance limited her ability to showcase the emotional depth she had demonstrated in Leaving Las Vegas. What should have been a period of continued ascent instead became the beginning of a slow decline. The pattern of promising projects failing to fully capitalize on Shue's dramatic abilities continued with Deconstructing Harry, 1997, a Woody Allen film where she appeared as part of an ensemble cast. Despite the prestige associated with Allen's work at that time, her role was relatively minor and failed to generate the kind of attention her talent warranted. A significant misstep came with Palmetto, 1998, a neo-noir thriller co-starring Woody Harrelson. The film was both a critical and commercial disappointment, earning just $5.8 million against a $12 million budget. Industry insiders pointed to several factors that contributed to the film's failure, including poor marketing, a confusing plot, and release timing that placed it against stronger competition. For Shue, the film's poor performance damaged momentum at a crucial career juncture when she needed another strong showing to solidify her post-Oscar nomination standing. The early 2000s saw Shue's career enter a troubling pattern of diminishing returns. Leo, 2002, received limited theatrical distribution before moving to DVD, while Mysterious Skin, 2004, despite critical acclaim for the film overall, featured Shue in a supporting maternal role rather than as the lead. These projects, while artistically worthwhile, failed to maintain her visibility in an industry increasingly focused on franchises and established box office draws. Several compounding factors contributed to Shue's gradual disappearance from Hollywood's A-list during this period. The film industry's shifting economics played a significant role. As studios became increasingly risk-averse, focusing on franchise properties and pre-existing intellectual property, the kind of character-driven adult dramas where Shue excelled became harder to finance and promote. Actors without established box office records found fewer leading opportunities, particularly women over 35. Additionally, rumors circulated about Shue being difficult to work with following her Oscar nomination, though colleagues consistently disputed these claims in interviews. Whether true or not, such whispers can impact casting decisions in an industry where reputation often matters more than talent. Her representation also reportedly pushed for higher salaries following leaving Las Vegas, which may have priced her out of certain projects during a period when she needed to maintain screen presence over compensation. Personal priorities also influenced Shue's career trajectory. After marrying film director Davis Guggenheim in 1994, Shue began balancing her professional ambitions with family life. Following the birth of their first child in 1997, she scaled back her workload considerably. She welcomed 2 more children in 2001 and 2006, taking extended breaks between projects to focus on parenting. In interviews, Shue has consistently expressed that these family-focused decisions were deliberate rather than forced by lack of opportunity. "I've always felt that my children are the most important thing in my life," Shue told The Guardian in a 2007 interview. "I never was one of those actresses who said, 'I have to act or I'll die.' For me, life is about relationships and family." This perspective, while entirely reasonable from a personal standpoint, inevitably impacted her career momentum during crucial years when consistent screen presence might have maintained her industry standing. After nearly a decade of limited visibility, Shue attempted a career resurgence with Hamlet 2, 2008, a comedy that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. Despite positive festival reception and a $10 million acquisition by Focus Features, the film underperformed at the box office, grossing only $5.1 million. Critics praised Shue's self-deprecating performance, playing a fictionalized version of herself who abandons acting to become a nurse, but the film's commercial failure limited its impact on her career revival hopes. A more successful comeback vehicle came in the form of television rather than film. In 2012, Shue joined the cast of CSI Crime Scene Investigation in its 12th season, replacing Marg Helgenberger as the female lead. As blood spatter specialist Julie Finley, Shue found stability and visibility that had eluded her in recent film work. The long-running procedural provided her with a steady platform and reintroduced her to audiences who had lost track of her career. She remained with the series until 2015, appearing in 71 episodes before her character was written out in the 15th season. The television transition represented an important adaptation to Hollywood's changing landscape. As prestigious television projects began attracting film talent, many actors of Shue's generation found more consistent, complex roles on the small screen than in theatrical releases increasingly dominated by superhero franchises and animated features. Her CSI role, while not as creatively challenging as Leaving Las Vegas, demonstrated her pragmatic understanding of industry evolution. During her CSI tenure, Shue maintained a presence in independent film with projects like Chasing Mavericks, 2012, House at the End of the Street, 2012, and Battle of the Sexes, 2017. The latter, which chronicled the famous tennis match between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs, featured Shue in a supporting role as Riggs's wife. The film received positive reviews and grossed $18.6 million worldwide against a $14 million budget, modest but respectable for a period sports drama. Critics noted Shue's effective performance, though the film's focus naturally remained on Emma Stone and Steve Carell in the lead roles. More recently, Shue appeared in the action film Death Wish, 2018, the superhero series The Boys, 2019-present on Amazon Prime, and the Netflix drama On the Verge, 2021. Her role in The Boys as Madeline Stillwell, a corporate executive with a chilling relationship to the show's main antagonist, has introduced her to younger audiences and demonstrated her continued ability to portray complex, morally ambiguous characters. The series has been a commercial and critical success for Amazon, with Shue's performance receiving particular praise for its subtle menace and depth. In 2020, Shue reunited with her Adventures in Babysitting director Chris Columbus for the Netflix film The Christmas Chronicles 2, playing the mother of Darby Camp's character. While the holiday film represented a supporting rather than leading role, it maintained her visibility on a major streaming platform and connected her to a successful family franchise. Currently, Elisabeth Shue works selectively, balancing occasional film and television appearances with personal interests, including tennis, which she plays at a competitive level. She has no major film projects announced, focusing instead on quality over quantity in her professional choices. Her recent work suggests a pragmatic approach to an industry that offers fewer leading opportunities to women in their 50s, regardless of talent or previous accolades. Elisabeth Shue's career reminds us that even Oscar-nominated talent can struggle to maintain A-list status in an industry defined by constant reinvention and youth obsession. Despite delivering one of the 1990s most acclaimed performances, she never quite recaptured the momentum that Leaving Las Vegas promised. If she were to partner with a filmmaker known for revitalizing careers of established actors, perhaps directors like Noah Baumbach, Alexander Payne, or Greta Gerwig, Shue could potentially experience another renaissance that would showcase the emotional depth and authenticity that earned her that Academy recognition decades ago.